It's time for Counseling Connection on KIDO, your weekly helping hand show to get you through those hard spots in life. Now, here are your hosts, Dr. Ralph Smith and John Adamson.
Welcome back into the second hour of the program. This is Counseling Connection, and this features a special segment we call Reflections with Reverend David Akins and Bruce Grant. And one of the things that we're noticing, and I think it's an important thing to notice, is the fact that people are reaching out, trying to get help, and if they're going to get help, and indeed they want to go ahead and have the motivation they need, they're looking for answers. And we had Sharon Ullman share her views as an Ada County Commissioner talking about the government side, but there's also a personal side too, and that's the reason why Reverend David Akins and Bruce Grant join us on this segment of the Reflection Show. And David, I'll turn over to you and over to Bruce.
Well, thank you, Ralph. It's good to see you, my friend. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in today. We're real excited about being here. We're going to be with you until about 12 o'clock taking your calls.
Yeah, it's a nice sunny day. We're going to have a guest come in a little later, and you'll have an in-studio reading with her.
Oh, terrific. I'll look forward to that. Well, if any of you would like to call in and receive a intuitive reading or psychic reading, gosh, give us a holler here. Bruce, why don't you shout out that phone number?
Well, I think it's 342-6363.
Oh, great.
I was looking at my notes here, and I don't have it down, so I think that's it. I'm going by memory.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble. We're in trouble.
Yeah, really.
You know, I'm real excited about the month that we're in. You know, the month of March is going to be a pretty good month for a lot of people. This is a time period I've noticed that a lot of people are going to start becoming real reflective and deeply appreciative of the simpler things in life. You know, we've got some great energy and transition things going on right now. And I find it also fascinating that during the month of March and parts of April, people are also going to be looking deeply, if you will, if not reflectively, toward all aspects of relationships around them. And I'm speaking again about any type of relationship, not just a spousal relationship. And what's interesting is that a lot of people are going to find that certain relationships that they may have deemed as difficult, troubling, perhaps even negative, those relationships may start falling by the wayside.
Interesting. Is this more of just a springtime thing, the rejuvenation and all new stuff?
There's a whole there's a combination of things involved. You know, part of it I believe is the collective consciousness of mankind. Part of it has to do with the overall global energies that are, you know, obviously being produced from different areas of life. But I'm really excited about it. I like the fact that this particular year, 2009, that most of us, if we're on top of things, if we keep ourselves living in the moment, continue to allow ourselves to grow closer to God through whatever our journey or faith is, we can really find ourselves in a gentler 2009. We have the opportunity to have a simpler, less encumbered feeling through 2009. Now, I know a lot of folks out there are focused on money, you know, the economy, and rightly so. There's so much going on. But from what I have been sensing and picking up, I want to go beyond that human need challenge and what many of us are directed to, the monetary, but it's the internal piece and the concept of consciously being aware of appreciation of the simpler things in life. A lot of people are going to be trimming down a lot, getting rid of excess. I believe a lot of folks out there are going to feel like, I want things lighter. So I wouldn't be surprised to see folks like do yard sales and cleaning out houses, storage, just getting rid of things that really no longer serve them.
Yeah, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think also, too, sometimes when we get into these hard times like the economy is right now, that it's a time that people reevaluate on a larger aspect than just their personal belongings? I mean,
I don't know. I'm so young. I don't recall any other time in my life where there was a challenge with the economy.
Let me explain it to Jill.
Yeah, really. You know, we're going to be taking calls throughout the entire hour. If you'd like to receive a psychic reading or touch in on some spiritual issues, gosh, we'd be more than happy to take your call. In fact, you know what? We just found out we're going to be blessed to be here next Saturday morning as well.
Yeah.
with
a little
our
different
show.
time, though. We're going to come in at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
We're taking calls till 11.
Yeah.
So mark your calendars and tune in again next week.
Right. We're going to fill in for Dr. Ralph Smith for that first hour. He's got some business to take care of, and he's on the road. He'll be traveling out of state, and he's graciously allowed us to take in that spot next week. So tune in. Write that down on your calendars. Again, that's next Saturday morning. We'll start taking your calls around 10 a.m. We'll be with you through the 11th hour there. And
of course, also I want to remind people, change your clocks tonight.
Oh, yeah, that's coming up too, yeah.
So you don't come in late to church.
Sure. One thing I'd like to announce as well, I feel so blessed I've been able to offer another message circle that's coming up, and I believe it's a what's the date on that one? The 20th.
Yes, the next one's the 20th. It'll be at the Reflection Center.
At the Reflection Center, and I love, as you know, Bruce, I love doing those message circles.
They're a hoot.
For you folks who've never attended one or perhaps heard of them, what I do at a message circle, we gather a smaller group. It's kind of an intimate setting of, let's say, 12 to about 20 people. And as you know, Bruce, I do these at homes and businesses, throughout the month. But, over at the Reflection Center, we keep it a real intimate thing, and each person receives a recording of that night and their reading. But I read everyone in a group setting. And it really can be very joyful and full of laughter, and it can be very touching and deep as well. And we just have a wonderful time. And
yeah, we do them a couple times a month. And like David said, our next one will be on March 20th.
Yeah, so call in. The seats,
RSVP.
Yeah, seats are real limited.
They do fill fast. So
now you mentioned we have a few callers online.
Yeah.
Why don't we go to our callers if we
Very
could?
good. We got about 3 minutes before we go to our first break. We're going to first call line 1 is Pat. She's calling from Boise, or he. That's
Pat?
one of them.
Yes, thank you, David, for taking my call.
It was a pleasure, honey. Thanks for tuning in today. What can I do for you?
Oh, I just kind of want to get a feel for what my future holds and what's going on in my life.
Sure. Pat, you want to make sure that you keep yourself real paced this year. Okay. Try, honey, not to allow the stress energies to overwhelm you. Pat, you're kind of sensitive when it comes to stress and things like that other people produce and, things like that. And you have a tendency to absorb those.
Yeah, I know.
And so, but you're a sweetheart. I like the fact that you have faith. I like the fact that you pray as well. You carry a strong connection. But health-wise, you're actually going to be okay in 2009.
Okay.
My main thing for you is just continue that gift you've been giving in reference to love to everyone. And I do know you don't walk alone. It's interesting. There's a man around you I'm sensing who's passed over, who visits you frequently.
Really?
Yes. And I don't know how I'm connected here. I don't know if this is a spouse that passed, or if it's your father that's passed.
Could be my father or brother.
Let me ask you a question though. Did you? Oh, you mentioned you had a brother who passed.
Several, yeah.
Okay, this man came through though. The one that's around you right now, he's smiling. His name's rather common, but I have a feeling he used to like to drink on occasion.
Sounds like my brother.
So keep that in mind, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But you're going to do okay, sweetie. Just keep this year is a great year for you to have your hope amplified, and you're not going to feel again as stressed out this year.
Good. That's what I kind of wanted to hear.
Yeah, I'm real pleased about that for you, Again, I'm getting this thing of being, giving yourself permission to say no to people, because sometimes you have a tendency to give away certain things that you require.
Yeah, I do that too.
Mm-hmm. And I appreciate the generosity of heart. But also, make some wise choices there. Pat, I want to thank you so much for calling in, and thank you for having such great faith, and you keep up that prayer work.
I will.
All
Thank
right,
you.
honey. God bless.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for calling, Pat. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, I'll let you know, too, we have an open phone line right now, so if you'd like to have a reading with David, call in right now. We have an open line, 342-6363. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we have Patsy on line 2 and Paige.
Well, welcome back to Counseling Connection. We're joined by Reverend David Akins and Bruce Grant, a very special in-studio guest, Julie. And if you want to call in, again, you can reach us at 208-342-6363. Now, we encourage our listeners to keep calling in, and as soon as a line opens up, then we'll get you in on the program. Bruce?
Thank you, Ralph. Let's go to our next caller. We're going to go to Paige on line 2. She's calling from Boise. Hi, Paige. Or Patsy, excuse me. Patsy, line 2, sorry.
Hello?
We have two. Oh, everybody has a P name. We're getting confused. Is this
Patsy?
Is this Patsy?
This is Patsy. Good morning, friends.
Good morning, honey. How are you?
I'm doing well. Sun's shining, and it's a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day. I'm with you on that one. What can I do for you today, Miss Patsy?
Well, David, I'd like to know if we're all going, or if it's just some of us.
I don't know what to do with that question.
Okay.
Hold on a minute. You know what? I'm drawn to almost saying that it's going to be almost everyone, but not all of us. Anyway, I'm not sure what you're referencing, but that's what I feel with that. Anyway, go ahead, honey. What else do you want to know?
That's just about it.
You're a sweetheart, by the way. You have a really nice, loving energy coming from you.
Thank you.
You really do. I also am drawn to a lot of books around you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You connect real strong there in that regards. And, Patsy, you're also, as you know, on a wonderful spiritual quest or sojourn of some degree. And you also have a very strong need to touch lives. And I think that's very commendable for you.
David, thank you.
Uh-huh. Keep up the good work, sweetie. By the way, who is AJ to you? Does that ring a bell at all?
It does. He's just a friend of my children's. That
Huh. I was just curious. The guy has a nice vibe, definitely.
He's a darling young man.
Uh-huh.
In college somewhere.
Yeah, I was just curious about that. Anyway, Patsy, you know what, honey? You've got a great year ahead of you. Make sure you take time to take a couple of nice trips this year.
That's the thing right there.
Uh-huh.
Exactly it.
That's where I feel the need for you is to go ahead on these trips. Regardless of who's going, you just make the best out of it and enjoy, because it's going to reward you ultimately. Okay?
Perfect.
So please keep that in mind and just have loads and loads of fun. You've worked hard and you earned it.
David, thanks a ton.
It was a pleasure, Miss Patsy. Take care, sweetheart.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thanks for calling, Patsy. We have an open phone line, 208-342-6363, if you'd like to get in and have a reading with David. I think we're going to go to our in-studio guest next, and we're going to have Julie on air. Good morning, Julie. Glad for joining us.
Good morning. I'm glad to be here.
Well, we're just thrilled, honey. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Yeah, you're looking great.
Thank you.
Well, I like the growth and the progression you've made in your life. You have a total sense of being rejuvenated. You're in a time period of your life where your comfort levels of your laughter and your smiles are so much more heartfelt, and they have an ease about them. I don't feel anything being forced or rushed at all around you this year. This is a year, Julie, that offers, if you will, more harmony for you all the way around. I don't feel your grief being so loud this year that you can't breathe. You've allowed your grief and the experience of the loss of your son to expand outwardly in love and a fulfillment of hope and joyfulness, because as you and I both know, he's an exceptional young boy. Exceptional. There's also some sort of celebration coming up right around the corner. I don't know whose birthday or anniversary is coming up, but I do know that, it's yours?
My birthday.
Oh, it's your birthday. Because I know your son who's passed is indicating to me he's real excited about that. But anyway, he is also indicating that you're... no, he's talking about how well you're doing. He's real pleased. Also, you're going to be involved on some level with it. I don't know. I'm seeing public communication, could be a board of some degree, something of that nature. Okay, so I see you be feeling very productive there. Very, very productive. Also, the nice thing too, I like I don't know how to describe this loving unification, if I call it that, of your husband and you. In 2009. I mean, this is a yummy partnership year for you two. You and your husband both are good people. And, when a family goes through that type of loss, losing a child, it can really wreak havoc to the dynamic of a marriage.
Right.
And you and your husband, bravo, great growth. You've given each other space. You've given each other support when you can. You've tried to soften those rough edges, and I'm just tickled for you, sweetie. And so you guys are just going to be like, I almost want to say those teenage lovers, type feel, starry-eyed and can't wait to, spend time together. But it's a nice, healthy flow. A real nice, healthy flow.
Good.
Yeah, I'm real pleased about it. Just again, keep yourself paced. This just indicates to me you don't want to go through that busy, pooped out, nothing to do, darn, busy, and that up and down thing. So try to pace that out and look at your calendar and your time management, and you should be doing fine. You should be doing fine.
Good.
Yeah. So what kind of questions do you have for me, sweetie?
Well, my son Jacob was just accepted into the Honors College at BSU.
Wow. Congratulations to him and you both.
Thanks. And so he's like, ask him what my major should be.
Oh, smart. I would do smart. You can get a degree in that, can't you?
I don't know. I flunked.
Did you? I tell you. Hold on. Say his name one more time.
Jacob.
Actually, he would do very well in several areas. He would be excellent in the fields of psychiatry work, counseling, but he would also do extremely well in any area of law or government. As well. He's a very smart man. But he also has a creative side that needs to be expressed, He's very creative. He should also consider, this may sound off the wall, but the film industry, getting into directing, things like that. He's got a great mind, that kid. A young man, I should say. But, he also has this thing for the buck. He's definitely wanting some big bucks, this kid. And this is what makes me wonder if he is going to go into either big business type work or government type work, running for office or, law, that kind of thing. Okay. But he's going to be okay. And I'll tell you what I know for sure. He's going to have a minimum of 2 major different careers in this lifetime. Wow. Yeah, he's not going to be fulfilled completely with just one because he likes adventure and, all that kind of thing. I would also tell him to be cautious when he does winter events, winter sports, or anything like that. He wants to be real smart. Anything else I can touch on?
Yeah, I just wanted to see how Austin is.
Your son's doing great. He's a little curious guy. Perky, energized. He's just real happy. He's all over the place. No, he's doing very well. He's talking about his grandmother now for some reason. He feels very close to her.
Oh, good.
Very, very close to her. No, he's a happy boy. He's doing fine. Still hangs out with the fire department, he tells me. He likes being with the fire department. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's doing well. Your son did a lot of work with the fire department before he left.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's wonderful stuff. Nope, he's doing well. Julie, I want to thank you so much for coming in, honey. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Always. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me.
Sure, so it was a blessing, and you keep up the good work.
Thanks so much.
It was anytime.
Yeah, way to go, Julie.
Thanks, Bruce.
Well, if we have a few minutes, let's take our next caller. Let's jump to Paige. Paige is on line 3, calling from Boise. Good morning, Paige. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Doing good, sweetheart. How are you?
Not too bad.
Good.
Really well.
Good. You have a really nice, energized 2009. You're not going to want for being busy, okay? Everything is going to be just on a roll for you, okay? The main thing I would tell you, honey, is not to allow yourself to get too frazzled around the edges, so to speak. Also, I'm feeling a real need for continuity or consistency, rather, in reference to daily meditation. Okay. You're also going to be on some level involved with 2 to 3 major projects this year that you're either going to co-run or be the head of. Okay?
Oh, wow.
And you do very well with organization and motivating people.
Awesome.
Yeah, very good stuff. So what other questions do you want to focus on tonight?
Today? I wanted to talk about... when I first got my reading with you, you had said something about a bakery or muffins or something, and I think it finally dawned on me what it was, and I'm going that route. I'm opening up a gluten-free line.
Oh, good for you. Good for you.
Bread, different things, and I was wondering how that's going to pan out, because our financial situation, we're strapped, but
Right.
Positive about everything. So
well, I would just caution you of eating the profits. Just teasing. I like the whole feel of what you're doing. Try not to overwhelm yourself with how large it all has to be when you open the doors, so to speak.
Yeah.
Start off, small, more compact. That's going to help you be on top of how you like to feel efficient and productive, and then allow it to grow over the following months. But I, feel it's a great turn of direction for you. There's obviously a big need in the market, and you need to make sure you're pumping up the e-commerce end of it, or the internet connection to your business. Okay? Because there will be people who will love to order this and have it shipped to them.
Awesome.
So those areas carry a lot of positive potential growth, and I like the fact that it's a growth that you can manage. It's not where you're slow one day and the following day it's overwhelming, you can't breathe. It's a nice, even crescendo or growth, so it's going to be very manageable for you.
Nice.
Very manageable. The main thing I would just encourage you is to be very modern or cutting edge, if you will, with how you choose to identify or name your products. Okay. And you're going to do terrific. I'm real pleased about this, sweetheart.
Yay!
Yeah, I would run towards that, and you are going to do well. You really are.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh gosh, it was a pleasure talking to you, Paige. Thanks for calling, honey.
Thank you.
Thanks, Paige. We're going to take a break. This is the Counseling Connection here at KIDO. And we have an open phone number. You can reach us at 208-342-6363.
Well, welcome back into Counseling Connection. This is Reflections with Reverend David Akins and Bruce Grant. We're certainly excited about the fact of so many people joining us on the phone lines. As we mentioned before, make a point to keep calling in. As lines open up, you'll be able to stand in line. We'll go all the way till 12 noon Mountain Time, so keep those fingers dialing. First of all, this segment's brought to you by Say You, Say Me. Say You, Say Me restaurant on the Boulevard in Napa continues their signature breakfast with a 6-egg omelet. Now for only $6.99, Say You, Say Me offers an 8-ounce tender ham steak with 2 eggs, breakfast potatoes, and toast. Napa's best breakfast value for only $6.99. When you are hungry for an affordable breakfast, Say You, Say Me is your best choice. Say You, Say Me is located on Napa Boulevard in Napa, Idaho, a proud sponsor of Northwest Live Weekend on 63 KIDO. Bruce?
That's all I can say about
I'm getting
there.
hungry.
Yeah, Ralph, thank you so much.
The first time I ever went in there, I looked at the menu, they want to have an omelet. And they read on there 8 or so eggs in the omelets.
Yeah, they've been always generous with their portions there. They've got great food. And
it's very manly.
Yeah, I love it. Well, I just want to thank you, Dr. Ralph Smith, again for allowing us to come on the Counseling Connection, and to remind all of our listeners that next Saturday we're so blessed to be back with you. Dr. Ralph Smith will be out of state, and we'll be filling in for the morning hour from 10 to 11. So mark your calendars if you'd like to tune in and call in and just say hello or get an intuitive reading. Gosh, we'd love to hear from you.
Of course, you can always book a private session at the Reflection Center.
We do allow that,
where we have our business in downtown Napa and the gift shop. But our number there to call on RSVP is 465 3610. Again, 465-3610.
And of course, they can always hook into the Reflections website as well. We got some great stuff. We're progressing and growing the website. We got a lot of new projects we'll be launching via the website over the next 2 months. So I'm looking forward to that. We'll let people know about that.
Of course, when you go online, Reflections is spelled uniquely, so I will spell it out for you. Our website is
no, okay.
Yeah, uniquely. REFLEXIONS center.com. So check out our website. Yeah, David, if you're ready, we'll go to the next callers.
Sure.
Next caller on line 1 is calling from Nampa. This is John calling. Hi, John.
John, are you still there? On line 1. Is John still with us? Let's go ahead and go to the next caller.
Right. John, try to call back. We have an open line. Our next caller is on line 2 from Boise. This is Todd calling. Hi, Todd.
Are you there?
Hi, how you doing?
Good, Todd. Thanks for tuning in with us today.
Not a problem.
Yeah, you're a smart man.
Thank you.
Not just for tuning into our show.
That is a great reflection of your intelligence.
Yeah, of course. But no, seriously, you got a good head on your shoulders there, my friend.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I like the fact that as you move forward over these next, I'd say 10, 12 weeks, Todd, you're going to notice that literally you're going to be so stimulated with new ideas and new motivation levels and this sense of almost going, gosh, my drive is kicking back in. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
And love the timing because, as I, kind of go back a few months, last 6-7 months, I feel like your levels of stress were higher, a sense of almost feeling drained energy-wise.
Very much so.
And as I move forward, Todd, I'm just getting happy feet for you, Guy, because, a man of your caliber, with the type of mind you have, and coupled with the fact that you really do have a generous heart. I mean, you're selective at who you share it with at times, but nonetheless generous in your heart. To have this time period that's so rejuvenating and stimulating for you, and, I would strongly suggest you keep a little recorder nearby or a notebook or something, because you're going to be getting all of this great information coming towards you. It's so stimulating, and I would make notes of every single bit of it because you're going to do quite well. And I'm real pleased about this. Now, I don't know why I'm supposed to bring this up, but there's something to do with Arizona, possibly New Mexico. I'm more drawn to Arizona. That opens up doorways to bring in more money for you for some reason.
I don't know what that would be.
Nor do I. That's why I'm a little confused. So I would just kind of keep that in the back of your mind, and I really feel strongly that in this time period of 2009, somehow, some connection you make to Arizona brings in extra money for you. So just kind of keep that in mind. So what other kind of questions do you want to focus on, Todd?
I had a couple.
Sure.
I wanted one question about finding a companion, a woman to share my life with.
Sure.
How will I know? When will I know? What do I look for? Or maybe do I already know?
Sure. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Now, let me ask you a question before I dive into this. Is it important that she's breathing? I'm just kidding.
That would help out. Yes, it would.
Well, I didn't know how tight his list was, let me see here, Todd. As I move forward with your energy, I'll tell you this: the month of April of 2009, lots of positive nods towards dating and romance, and that's going to be with you for quite some time. April's the strongest time period. Very much so. This window of introducing the newness of a relationship, the courting cycle, if you will, all of that's going to be with you so strongly from April all the way through November of 2009. So this is a great window or time period for you to have a really healthy hookup. Main thing, though, I have a little bit of a caution coming up with you. You've got to be wise not to repeat what you've done before.
Okay.
All right? I don't want you to ignore some of the flags if they do come up.
Okay.
Just be wise. But I'm real pleased about the feel and direction of 2009 for you. It's terrific stuff, Guy.
Okay, great.
Very good stuff. The other thing I'm going to tell you, this gal that you hook up with, you guys definitely meet each other during the daylight hours. It's not nighttime. Okay? I have a feeling that her name connects strongly to the letter C, as in cat. Okay?
Okay.
And I also know she has beautiful hair. I'm definitely will find you looking going, gosh, she's got beautiful hair.
Is it somebody I already know?
You know what? There's a strong possibility that connects there, yes.
Is it somebody I've already been with?
If so, if this is what I'm picking up, then this person was not available for you as of late. You know what I mean? Timing was off, other directions in her life, if that's the case.
Okay.
So it moves it forward then. Actually, Todd, I wouldn't be surprised at all, to be quite frank with you. Okay?
Okay.
But enjoy the adventure. It's a good year overall. I'm real pleased, my friend. Thanks so much for tuning in today, Todd. It was a pleasure having you on the air.
Thank you.
God bless.
Thanks, Todd. We have an open phone line, area code 208-342-6363. Our next caller.
And, before we get into that, we totally forgot to mention that our listeners out there can listen live via the internet, and all they need to do is go over to the
KIDOAM.com.
Yep, and there's a little icon once you hit on the KIDO.com, and it says Listen Live, 63 Listen Live.
I should probably spend more time on the internet and kind of learn how this whole thing works.
Yeah, well, it's an interesting concept. I mean, I appreciate the whole connection to your 8-tracks and all that, but anyway, I love it. But you guys can have your friends and family tune in from anywhere on the planet if they got access to the internet. And again, that's on www.KIDO.com. AM.com. Click on that Listen Live icon, and it'll tune you right in. Okay, let's go ahead and take out that next caller, Bruce. Who do we have?
Next caller's from Nampa on line 3. This is Andrea.
Andrea, how are you?
Hi, David. I'm great.
It's good to hear from you. Have you been real tired lately, or did you just recently get over a cold or something?
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, the minute you tapped in, I'm like pooped. Things popping up over here, girl. Let me tell you, Andrea, you need to get some recoup time.
Okay.
I know, and I appreciate the fact that you got a pretty busy schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I would, at the very least, squeeze out at least an hour of a Calgon moment, if you will, this week. I would so encourage you to gift yourself, at the very least, one good massage therapy session this month, if not 2. Okay. Now, I also feel like I need to direct you towards either bringing into or reassessing supplements for the body, vitamins, herbs, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So look into that. Now, as I move a little bit forward into your timeline of your energy right now, once you get, right around the 16th to 18th of April, and beyond, you are going to feel just right back on track. Okay?
Great.
Andrea, you're going to feel like you've been rejuvenated, breath of fresh air, not real, hyper, not at all, but just really well-paced and full. And that works best for your energy because, honey, you're extremely intelligent, but you don't like to be pushed around. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And that sense of you feeling that way has been real strong. But, I know that this time is shifting for you. So make sure you just keep your clarity there and hold on to that hope, and you're going to pull forward just beautifully.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm real pleased about that. I don't know why I'm supposed to tell you this either. I would caution you on making larger purchases over the next 3 to 6 months.
Okay.
Especially things dealing with furniture items.
Okay.
All right. So do you have any specific questions before we get to our break?
Basically, just, when things are going to start to look better.
Right at that time period of April. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, you do some meditation. Get some Calgon moments in. And don't look at them as extra treats for you, because if you do, you're not going to do it. Make it as the norm as you would hygiene. I got to get you off the air, Andrea. Thanks so much for calling in, Annie. God bless.
Okay,
Thanks, Andrea. And she's going to lose an hour's sleep tonight. Poor thing. Hey, we're going to be back after these messages. We have an open phone line, 208-342-6363. We have callers Anita and Christy. Please hold. We'll be back.
It's all here.
Welcome back to Counseling Connection. This is a special feature called Reflections with Reverend David Akins and Bruce Grant. If you'd like to call in, there's not any lines now, but we're in our final home stretch here in this hour. You can reach us at 342-6363. Also, we want to remind all of our listeners that if you're not able to listen to this program live worldwide on KIDOAM.com, you can go to the website of Northwest Radio Network by simply inputting www.wwconcepts.com. And when you get to our homepage, click Northwest Radio Network, and then you can click On Demand Archives. And there's where you can turn in and listen to our shows 24/7. And if you're a big fan of the Reflection Show, which I'm sure you are, you can click February 7th, and you can click March 7th, and you'll be able to listen to the past shows and be able to listen to those. And you do have the ability to download those. Those are provided to you by Worldwide Concepts, Inc. Egg Factory, located in Shopping Center on Fairview in Milwaukee offers a great Tuesday special. You will enjoy 2 eggs, bacon or sausage, and all-you-can-eat pancakes. This exceptional breakfast for only $5.99. Egg Factory offers down-home cooking pancakes. These are special pancakes, including buttermilk, whole wheat, and oat brands. Tuesday morning is your day at the Egg Factory. All-you-can-eat pancakes, 2 eggs, sausage, or bacon, only $5.99. Even Bruce can afford that.
Wow, that is a deal. All you can eat. That's Tuesdays. That's what I was thinking too. That's Tuesdays. We're going to put that down. I'm telling you. Well, thanks so much for that, Dr. Ralph Smith. Just to remind everybody, we will be here filling in for Dr. Ralph next Saturday at the 10 o'clock hour, 10 a.m. To 11. So we hope you'll tune in and give us a jingle. But we do have a little bit of time left. Who can we get to our next caller?
Let's go to our line 2 as our next caller. This is Christine. She's calling from Nampa. Hi, Christine.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm doing fine. It's so refreshing to listen to you.
Well, thank you so much. So what can I do for you today?
I was kind of looking for a general reflection of what's going on for me right now.
As I tap into your energy, the main thing I see around you is allowing the self the freedom not to be too overwhelmed. Okay. I feel a real evenness about your energy over the next 3 to 4 months. You're going to like the joyfulness of the pace of what you're involved with, projects. You're also going to be stimulated quite a bit in this time period of the next 3 to 4 months anywhere. Ideas come to you easily. This sense of wanting to, I don't know, I almost want to call it research. Like you're going to want to research or something, or go on these journeys of seeking. And at the same time, I feel such a pleasantness. I don't know why I'm going to word it this way. When I feel you connecting with family, it's pleasant. It's not too loud. It's not too heavy for you. It's just a real pleasant feel, and I like that. Now, you may be concerned about movement of people in or out of households, and I don't know how this applies. The main thing is I wouldn't worry too much about that. Some of the potential, I don't know what I want to call this, some of the potential changes that might have been discussed to date are not in stone.
Okay.
All right? And I don't think they're going to be in stone for some time. And I don't know how this applies for you exactly, because I feel like it's family, but it's not, but it is. I don't know what to do with that. And I don't know if it's your house or I don't know. But anyway, keep that in mind.
Okay.
Also, I just need you to be cautious around someone named Cheryl or Shirley.
Okay.
It's an adult. I don't feel this person's horrible or anything, but this may be one of those things where you go, oi, I think I've got someone I need to guide or counsel again. But just kind of keep that in mind. Things should be, again, relatively well-paced. Overall, I like the connection of the direction you're going in.
Okay, that's good to know.
I really do. And you know the other thing, and I don't know why I'm going to word this next part the way I am, but the need to recall or have remembrance of past lessons are not in the next 4 to 6 months with you in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, okay.
So this either means you've made positive growth, dealt with things, or whatever, but there's no necessity for what I would call revisiting.
Okay.
Which, again, is a real strong indicator that you've made conscious effort towards growth.
Good.
So I'm real pleased about that for you.
Okay.
I'm just tickled. Anything else I can touch on before we get to our next caller?
Curious, do you have a name possibly for my guide?
No.
Okay.
No, but you know,
I could make up something.
Well, thanks. I really don't have a connection with that at this point, although I do know you do have a presence of guides with you.
Okay.
But I'm not getting anything on that one, Annie, though.
Okay.
But thank you so much for calling in.
And thank you very much for taking my call.
It was a pleasure.
Have a great day.
God bless.
Thanks, Christine. We have an open phone line, 208-342-6363. Our next caller on line 1, this is Anita calling from Nampa. Good morning, Anita.
Hi, David.
Good morning. Oh, hi, Anita. How are you, honey?
Good.
Good to hear from you. I know this woman. She actually goes to church with us.
Yeah.
So what can we do for you?
Well, my daughter's pregnant, and
congratulations.
she wants to know if she's having a boy or a girl.
Right off the bat, this feels like a boy.
That's what I told her.
Yeah, it feels very, very boy. Well, congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
That's wonderful.
And this baby will make it to term this time?
Get out of my head. Yes, big time. That's where I was going.
Good.
Definitely full term on this one.
Oh, how exciting. Good.
Yeah. How fun. Good for you. Congratulations to you both again, and feel a lot of real positive health connections here with this as well.
Oh, good.
And your daughter, honestly, it makes an interesting change. I almost want to use the word she morphs, kind of, after this baby's born.
As in her personality, you mean?
Yeah. Very much so. And it really, I think Anita's going to take you back a little bit as you observe this going.
Like more mature, you mean? Or?
Yeah. That's an understatement.
Okay.
Priorities readjusted. She comes out with pure logic. She's always been intelligent, but she kind of keeps it on the back burner. You're going to sit back with your mouth almost dropped open going, wow.
Cool.
And I think it's going to be refreshing for you as well, Annie.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing.
Okay, well, we're looking forward to that.
Well, I'm so pleased again. When's the baby due, if I may ask?
July 22nd, something like that.
Fabulous time to be born.
Yeah.
Fabulous time.
Why is that?
I haven't a clue. Well, congratulations again, honey, and thanks so much for tuning in today.
You're welcome.
Talk to you soon.
Okay.
Thanks,
That's
Anita.
terrific.
Our next caller, David, is Vicky. She's calling on line 3. She's calling from Boise. Good morning, Vicky.
Good morning. How are you guys doing?
Doing really well, honey. What can I do for you today?
I've had a lot of difficulties the past couple years,
Yes.
and I want to know, are they done?
They are, and I'm going to tell you something. You've got to stop feeling at times, sweetie, that you have been the target. You have been the one who's been, sought out or hunted down. That's not the case, honey. You've got a good heart. You've got to let go of the stress. Know you're in a transition cycle, and this is complete. You should feel tons more freedom. Your prayers are being heard. Okay? You've got to hang in there, sweetheart. Tomorrow is behind us. It's no longer here. So this month, it's a great month. I wrote about this in my article for my newsletter. Let go of the old tapes. You let go of those feelings.
That's what I've been working on.
Congratulations. And it starts with a decision. Then you move forward and you say, you know what, I have the courage to change my mind, and it's my right.
Yeah. And go ahead.
You have that with you. A lot of smooth sailing in front of you. You got to breathe, allow the process, and just look at, tomorrow as your new beginning.
Okay.
All right, sweetie?
Thank you.
It was a pleasure. I'll keep you in my prayers, and I'm so proud of you. You've made it this far.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Good for you, Vicky.
Thanks for calling. I just want to thank Dr. Ralph Smith again.
Next caller, line 2.
Oh, we don't have enough time,
2 minutes. Sherry from Meridian, line 2.
Sherry, it's good to hear from you.
Good.
What can I do for you today?
I'm just wondering if the company that I'm working for is going to make it, if I'm going to be on unemployment. Where's that all going?
Oh, my. Oh, gosh. Honey, the company is definitely not done being beat up. You know what I mean? I would encourage you to look into developing a second or third stream of income. Try not to focus on loss of job at this point. You do have a pretty strong possibility, though, that you may need to move on, but it's not in stone. I would ride this wave. Okay, hang in there. Because there is an ace in the hole that this company can pull out still. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, though, look into starting a little side business, a little internet business, e-commerce, something that is manageable, because the internet businesses are going to be real strong during the time period of our economy failure. Got to thank you so much for calling in today. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, David.
God bless, and thanks again, Dr. Ralph.
You betcha. We want to thank everyone for their calls. Once again, tune in next Saturday on 63 KIDO, and you'll be able to hear them from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock Mountain Time. And for our worldwide listeners, again, it's www.kidoam.com. Simply click Listen Live, 63 KIDO, and you'll be able to listen anywhere in the world. Once again, visit the internet site of www.concepts.com to check out your archives and hear yourself on the radio. On behalf of the entire network, take care of yourself, and God bless you all. Bye-bye now.